All right, welcome everybody to Around the Mic.
What's up?
This is our podcast full of bonus extra content and useless information. I'm Heather DeLuca, and joined by me is Mike Richmond and Social Spring of The Mike Show.
Hello.
Morning, y'all. Really happy that it's Friday.
Oh, man, I'm so happy
Spring
it's
and I
Friday.
were just talking about it. It's a very long week. Still a very long weekend for SoJO 1049 because Mike and Spring are doing a speaking engagement tonight. I've got Project Prom all weekend long.
Have you ever felt so tired that you felt the bags under your eyes?
We are
like
so busy.
That's how it feels right
It's
now.
like your whole face is weighing you down.
Oh,
It's just
my
like,
God.
I feel
Such
fine.
a long week.
I feel all right.
Speaking of like how faces look, I want to start today with celebrities who have botched their faces, who have messed up their faces. And I say this because I'm going to bring up a name that maybe Mike will know better than Spring, and Spring might have to Google this. But Mike, do you remember Nikki Cox, blonde? I'm sorry, redhead, married to Jay Moore.
Yes.
And she was on. They did this TV series that was like a copy of Married with Children. I think it was called Unhappily Married.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't she married to a Motley Crue guy too?
No, she was married to
Oh no.
Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because he played that dog, that talking dog on that show.
Right.
Anyway, so I saw a story last week. Jay Moore has like filed for divorce because she has apparently gone batshit cray and she's got mental issues and yada yada. And I looked and I was like, oh my gosh,
all the injections.
What did she do to her face? She cut it up, she plumped it up, and I mean, when she started doing that, she was like 22.
I'm not going to lie. I have no idea who she is, but she totally looks botched.
Is there a before and after?
She used to be gorgeous.
She was so naturally beautiful in the way like Megan Fox was just totally naturally beautiful, and then started with the injections and the lip injections and the cheek injections.
Okay, this is going to sound so wrong. Megan Fox, after her first procedure, was flawless.
Okay. But then she got a little,
Then she went overboard because when she was on that show, what was it, Hope and Faith?
Right, she was like...
She was cute. There was nothing spectacular about her. Then all of a sudden she appeared in Transformers, and it was like, who is that?
Okay, well, she still had her original face in that movie.
No, she actually had a nose job, and she looked like she had some kind of chin implant or something going on with her cheeks.
This is Megan Fox?
Yeah.
It's amazing how she's fiddles with her face, but she hasn't done anything to the thumbs.
I think because they haven't figured out how to fix that yet.
So she has that tiny thumb syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Nikki Cox, like, she was on General Hospital. Yeah, look at the before and the after.
Yeah.
I mean, she was so freaking gorgeous. It makes me so mad. If I had a face that naturally looked like that, I would not mess with it. So we're
That's
talking
what
about
insecurity can do to you.
Celebrities that have botched their face up.
First one that I thought of right off the bat, Meg Ryan.
I know that was going to be my next one.
That's never my first one.
You look at When Harry Met Sally, Meg
Right,
Ryan, you're like,
she's cute.
oh. And to a certain extent, right around Sleepless in Seattle, Meg Ryan, okay. But then,
So she went way overboard with the upper lip injections or lip implant, and then she started doing the cheek fillers, you can tell. And now she's got that, what I call Renee Zellweger syndrome, where she has slits for eyes. Now, here's the funny thing is that I've noticed that Nicole Kidman has started having that same kind of upper lip and that same sort of like roundness to her face.
Something's going on with her.
She, Meg Ryan, and Renee Zellweger not only all have the same agent, they all have the same dermatologist.
Why are they switching this business card? Just stop.
BOGO.
It's not working.
It's BOGO.
It's not. Yeah,
maybe
you know what? They probably have a refer a friend discount.
Maybe
and that's
from
what's going on.
the agent. Maybe the agency sends them to this particular place, and maybe they get it done for free because of that.
It can get very expensive with all those procedures over time.
Man, I was looking up Botox the other day. I just want like 2 lines on my forehead filled, and it was like $400.
That's how it starts.
That's exactly how it starts.
I'll be okay. I'm
That's
never going
what
to
they
do
say.
that.
Next thing you know, your head's exploding. And then with all the poison that they inject, then you start having issues.
Oh, I appreciate his concern for my well-being.
You start talking to squirrels in the park.
See,
I already do that.
It's not him showing concern. It's him freaking you out. That's what he's doing.
I am so over
Presenting the facts.
I am so over the other side of the hill on this. Like,
as I see them.
it's getting done like before the end of 2017.
So you
But
don't
then
have
that
any
means I
problems
could
with that?
totally get a breast augmentation.
Nope, you're perfect.
I'm really not. See, that's why I don't have a problem with plastic surgery. Because I've always had an insecurity about that region. So if it makes you feel better and you know that it's an insecurity you've had for years,
I guess.
why not fix it if you have the money for it?
I guess, but I feel like in this case with like Nikki Cox and like I'll go to like the Heidi Montag thing is that there's total body
Heidi Montag.
She's another one too. She looked
total body dysmorphia issues there. Like Spring, I know you're of right sound and mind, so I know you would really just be doing it because
Just to fix it, that's all I want to do.
Right.
I could contour the rest of it.
And I said I would never touch my face, but time has gone on. I don't like the way I look in pictures. I'm not going to cut my bangs because they're just too high maintenance. So, and I don't want them all filled in that I'm totally expressionless. I just would like them a little less exaggerated.
See?
I think that's a responsible way to go about it, not like, here, cut my face up and give me cheek implants. Could we even
Right.
go as far as talking about the Kardashians on this?
I don't
know.
even I don't understand why celebrities they talk about they have songs about, oh, you're perfect the way you are, you look great, your size this, but then they get implants, they get fillers.
That was Kesha and Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
I didn't know Kesha has implants.
Kesha had a lot of work done to her nose and to her face, and she's always been like
Right.
I'm sorry, not Kesha. Iggy Azalea.
Iggy Azalea, yeah.
Was all about
Unrecognizable
and then
now.
She was like,
Yeah, she looks weird.
I don't care what my bullies say on Twitter. I'm just being me, and that's it. And then the next tweet was, all of this bullying made me cave in. And then she got a lip implant, her nose job, a boob job, butt implants.
Well, no, her butt was always really large. So unless she just added more to that,
She might have.
that's a bit extra. Because she was always known for her voluptuous bottom.
I mean,
That's
she
why she
didn't
became
lie
famous.
about getting all the work done, but she literally was like doing the opposite of what she said she
Right.
would do
Yeah.
based off of what people were
I
saying
just
about
want
her
them to
appearance
own
on Twitter.
it. If
Duh.
you're doing it, own it.
Yeah, don't tell people be proud of yourself, be who you are. And by the way, I have a Botox appointment at 3:00
Right.
this
Look,
afternoon.
I will fully say be proud of who you are and still also say I want a boob job. Because it has nothing to do with me not being proud of who I am. It's just a certain insecurity. And it's okay. It doesn't mean that I'm not totally proud. I still look good. And I am aware that if I don't have a boob job, I'm still beautiful. It would just make me feel better. I'm not going to go a complete 180 and look like Heidi Montag or like the cat lady.
Does
You know who I'm talking? I don't know her
do.
name, but there's a
No,
celebrity that she looks like a cat.
And then there's the one that wants to be like a real Barbie doll.
Right, like those are extremes.
is plastic surgery sort of like a tattoo? They say you start with one and then it sort of
That's
gets
what I'm
addictive.
worried
For
and you
about.
some
want
people,
more.
yeah, I would
Yeah.
say so.
Yeah. So can we think of any other celebrities? Like we talked about Heidi Montag. Could we even
Oh,
go as far
got
as talking about like
I got a guy,
Kylie Jenner?
Is it Mickey Rourke?
Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
on
yeah.
my list
Oh,
too.
my
Yeah,
God.
I don't have a lot of guys that I can really think of
Bruce
except for
Jenner?
her. Oh well,
Not Caitlyn.
I mean,
not Caitlyn. I
just
mean Bruce.
Bruce, yeah.
Yeah.
Because when Bruce started going through all that, like
It-
before the transformations, I just mean like regular Botox.
It looked like he put his nose in a pencil sharpener.
Oh, terrible, terrible.
Michael
job
Jackson.
done. Michael Jackson.
Well, I mean that goes without saying. That guy Peter, what's his name from the band Dead or Alive?
Oh, Peter Burns.
Yeah, and he had
Yeah.
that really bad. He had that lip injection that
He
went
was
totally.
a good-looking guy too. Back in the '80s, you spin me, run, baby, run. That guy.
He was a good-looking guy or a girl,
Yeah.
whatever he wanted to be. He could have been either.
And boy, yeah, he really messed that up.
Yeah. Who would you be really disappointed if they started messing with their face?
Beyonce. And
J-Lo.
I think she has. Either that or it's the pregnancy that's just making her lips bigger, but her lips look really full lately.
Like Mariah started messing with her face now, and it's
Now she
upsetting
started
me.
messing? I thought
well,
she did that. Now? I feel like that's been happening for a bit.
Yeah.
J-Lo, I would be really disappointed. And also,
Like if
I would just say
if Brad Pitt
I
started
knew
doing
it.
something in the more Mickey Rourke vein, I would be
I
like
don't think he would.
devastated.
Tom Cruise looks like he would do that.
Yeah, maybe.
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
Imagine George Clooney ever getting a tightening job.
Like a brow lift.
Yeah, I can't
No.
imagine him doing that. I would be disappointed in George Clooney.
Yeah.
If he did
Same
something
thing
like
with
that.
Leo DiCaprio.
Ugh.
No.
My
Sting.
dream.
Sting also. If he ever,
God, Sting is flawless.
Oh,
You should
he's
never touch his
flawless.
we should all tell him that.
I did.
every day.
I did. I stood
Yeah.
next to him and told him.
So he doesn't. He better Sting. You better not start.
No.
He's the
Don't
only
mess with that.
celebrity I've ever met where I literally stood next to him and just closed my eyes and tried to absorb his energy.
Me
because-
too.
smell him?
I had a man crush on him. Still do to a certain
Yeah, I did
extent.
smell him. He actually smelled like heaven.
Did he really?
I sat on a love seat with Sting and drinking martinis,
What?
and I
That
developed
beats my story.
a bit of a man crush on Sting.
Oh
It
my God, how
happens.
could you not? There's just something so ethereal about him.
His name is Sting.
Gordon Sumner. Even that's not a bad name. You know what I'm saying? He could be either.
Gordon's a pretty hot name, I'm not going to lie.
I know.
And not everyone could pull that off.
No, but Sting?
You know, he used to be a school teacher, right?
Uh-huh.
Can you imagine having Sting as your?
I wonder if he still has that.
No, I could not imagine having
wonder
him
if he
as a
still
teacher.
has that ruler.
What?
I'm sorry, teacher. Yes, teacher.
Well, this turned.
All right. What's on your mind, Mike?
There is something that just, it's been in the news lately. It drives me crazy when they bring up the subject because immediately people say, yes, we should pay college athletes.
I like this topic.
The whole thing with should we pay college athletes money?
No.
Because the universities make millions and millions of dollars off the backs of college athletes,
Of course.
and they get no monetary reward for it. Should
No.
we pay?
They're going to school for free already. Their uniforms are usually paid for.
And-
Everything is paid for.
And your rite of passage is being recruited from college into professional sports if you are that good.
right.
But
Do you know what I'm
the
saying?
majority of college athletes don't go on to the pros.
But they also
But-
are not getting their education. So why should they be there? I'm sorry. And maybe I'm overgeneralizing that, but it's a common, maybe an unspoken rule that these athletes that go to college to play sports, they're not held to the same standards of other students needing
They're
to keep
not.
a grade point average and, passing all your classes or showing up to class. Like they're treated, I don't know, they're treated completely differently than other students.
At the very least, if you do not go on to become a professional in whatever collegiate sport you're at, and statistically majority of them don't, at the very least, you are graduating debt-free.
Yep.
That's, yeah.
Which is the
You're
greatest
way
gift
You're
ever.
way ahead of the game right there.
And you know what? There are professional sports because it's the creme de la creme from college. Do you know
Right.
what I'm saying? You will earn your payday when you get drafted.
Exactly.
Like to get recruited into college should not equal a payday. And I forget who it was. Maybe it was Reggie Bush. Did they take his Heisman away from him or someone because they found out he was receiving endorsements? Or his management was receiving endorsement money for him while he was in college. And that is a huge no-no. That's like breaks a lot of rules. And I think he had to give his Heisman Trophy back because of that.
See, my thing is, if you're going to start paying student athletes, when I graduate, do not send me that letter in the mail asking for donations then.
Oh,
Because it seems that you have enough
my
to pay your
school
athletes.
calls me every day. I now have the number memorized on my phone. They call me every day.
Oh, they send me emails. They send me regular mail. They send me like actual phone calls. What? And my friend in college, she was a rower. I was telling Mike earlier that she used to actually get paid by my school, but they did it in a different way, that it was by a sponsor or by like this anonymous person that
Yeah.
would send a nice little paycheck.
Or you can
to
have the
rowing
alumni
team.
association
Right.
Right, and
will
mind
buy
you-
you a
Right,
nice,
there you go.
She's
thing.
on the rowing team, so that's not even a major sport
Right.
at our school, at least. Ours was mostly like soccer and basketball. Like those were the two main
So think
sports
about
in our
basketball
school.
and football.
Imagine what they're getting.
Yeah.
I went to the University of Georgia, SEC school, huge sports school, and I was talking with someone in the athletic department who was in the know when it comes to money. And he told me that the only sport at the University of Georgia that makes money is football. Out of all the programs that they have, football is the only one that makes money. All the other sports programs lose money. So if you're going to start paying these athletes where the majority of the sports, you're already losing money, and don't get me wrong, the University of Georgia football program makes a ton of money. And so it spreads around.
And don't think who's going to pay for that if
Yeah.
they decide to start paying the student athletes.
Yeah,
They
gotta
your
raise the tuition.
You got to raise the tuition. You have to raise all of the fees that go along with that. Housing goes up. It's not fair.
And
it's
then they
almost
still
like,
go for free.
It's almost like the way, you know, the taxes come down, where it's like the middle class winds up paying for the people in the upper tax brackets to get breaks,
Right.
and deals.
Right.
It's no. I think you have to earn your paycheck, and you do that if you're good enough to get drafted into one of the professional sports.
How about if they took away all scholarships? Scholarships don't exist. You have to pay for your room, your board, your books, but you do get a paycheck for playing your sport. It's essentially
how much is this paycheck now an equivalent as if you were to just have a regular scholarship?
Yeah.
Are they
and
going to
again,
pay you what it costs?
Right. Because
Yeah.
then
Do
you might as well just give me the scholarship.
Do the tennis people get paid the same as football players?
That's another, yeah.
You know, how
And
do you
then
divvy
and
it
then
up?
and then it becomes an individual player versus does everyone on the team get paid a flat
Right.
rate? Like,
Bench sitters getting paid?
No, man. I think this opens up a huge can of worms, and
So
I'm
I
just
say no.
concretely like the red circle with the line across it, and
I cannot tell you how angry I was sitting in college and thinking, man, if I played a sport, I really would be just debt free. I wouldn't have to pay for anything, and it just bothered me so
Yeah.
much.
All right, so
You don't realize
you
it.
want the universities to continue to make millions and millions of dollars off the blood and sweat, literally, of the athletes.
Oh my God. They're going to school for free.
why did
They
he do that?
their laundry.
He seemed like he was on our side, and then just flipped the devil's advocate card.
No. Considering I have gone out with athletes and I have been friends with athletes, they live an amazing life when they're in college.
They're not
Their
getting paid.
life is awesome.
They're not getting
Look, I
paid
just hit
for
the
it.
They
mic.
probably never pay for anything. I
They
bet
don't-
you
No,
even if
not
they
a
walk
thing.
around, people in the town recognize them. They probably don't pay for anything.
They are walking celebrities.
Yeah.
What else do they need?
If they wanted to get a job, they wouldn't have time to get a job because they got to practice all the
Oh.
time and they're traveling.
That is a lie. Okay, she was captain of the women's soccer team. She also played for the Colombian Olympic team, and she still works in radio right after. So she's doing just fine.
Was she getting paid for all the other jobs?
Yeah.
But she wasn't getting paid for the one job that she loved.
Oh
and that
my
was playing
God.
soccer.
Spring. What's going on in your world?
I vote no. Don't
all
pay
right,
the students.
Before,
Okay, good.
Before we go on, this is going to make for the good poll for the week at SoJO1049.com. Just search Around the Mic. Take our poll this week. Should college athletes
Right.
be paid? We want to know, and we'll let you know.
And I'd like to hear from parents of student athletes or just student athletes themselves
Yeah.
if they're listening.
And one last little thing on this with the student athletes. If you did pay them money, how fast would they blow through that
That's
money?
what I'm saying. Like, it's
Can you imagine
like,
that?
Can I imagine that? Do you know the type of parties they have?
Yeah.
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 I can imagine.
Imagine that parties where they're getting paychecks every 2
Right.
weeks.
Sure, to imagine a water slide coming out of
No,
one of the
just-
houses.
It's hard enough, once these college athletes get thrown into the big leagues, and they have money and women and cars and thrown at them, and just people at their beck and call. It's just is such a fantasy world that can drain your bank account and make you really irresponsible.
Right.
So
Next thing you know, you're getting Botox and getting boob jobs.
Another reason why I wish I was a student athlete.
No, you don't. Be glad you're
I
not.
could have left college with a new set of boobs. Forget my education.
And debt free.
And debt free. Beautiful. No, so my topic is YouTube rabbit holes. So basically, what is something that you were watching and you had to stop for a second and sit back and say, how in the world did I end up here?
recently,
It was
Right.
daylight when I started
I know.
watching. this,
Right.
and now it's pitch
Recently-
black.
I'm pretty sure I had somewhere to go.
it's that 73 question series that Vogue puts on their YouTube
Really?
channel. I was curious. I saw the one with Lena Dunham, and I was like, oh, this should be interesting, because I'm really into Girls again, and I'm all caught up, and they're on their last
Girls the
season.
show.
Girls, the TV series on HBO. Yep, I'm so into Girls now. Bad news for my husband. So and then when you're looking at that video on YouTube, and then the thread is on the side, and you're like, oh, I didn't know Anna Wintour from Vogue did one. Oh, I gotta see what she's got to say. And then Nicole Kidman's got like a basket like Dorothy, and she's in her backyard in her Australian farm, and I was like, wow, that's interesting. And before you know it, like an hour and a half has gone by.
And don't you just love the playlist option? You don't even have to click. You just sit back and it does
Or
it for you.
if like I were to search like I'm a huge Maroon 5 fan. So if they performed on one of the late night TV shows and I missed it, I'll go to YouTube and I'll look at it. And then on the thread on the right hand side, it's like Maroon 5 in the studio recording songs about Jane from 1999. And I click on that. Well, that's some like throwback footage I've never seen. And then there's some performance in Germany that they gave on some show that no one speaks English. And but I want to see them perform this song I've never seen them do before.
Now,
And
through all your clicking, what is the weirdest video that you ended up at?
Music video?
Any video.
Oh, well.
Like that weird video that I saw the other day. Hi, stranger.
yeah.
If you are listening, go on YouTube and type in Hi, stranger. It's done by Kristen Lepore, and it is so strange
Watch the whole thing. You
and
gotta watch it all.
weirdly comforting when you get to the end. Heather's completely creeped out by it.
I
But
can't
the
even think
message
about
is
it. Like my
really
heart is going to stop.
comforting.
I got caught in the I don't do it a whole lot because I don't have a whole lot of time during the day, but I was looking for some type of vintage music and I got caught in the like 80s and 90s videos. I was watching
Things
that
that
on
you haven't seen in
YouTube.
forever.
And next thing I know, my cell phone rings. It's the school. I forgot to pick up the boys at school.
You're kidding.
And I'm like, how much time is oh my God.
Oh my God. No, that's so crazy. Like, I'll look up like old episodes of like The Newlyweds with Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey.
Right.
Or
And it's
I'm
all on
all
YouTube.
into MTV things like they don't play anymore, like Making the Video or The Diary of. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God,
it
I haven't seen these in
great?
forever.
So for me, I'm really heavy into old Hollywood. So it goes either two ways. It goes to conspiracy theories about Marilyn Monroe's death. Don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But there's also old game shows. So I was looking at
like
old clips.
Password and stuff.
Right. So I'm looking at old clips of Betty Davis, and somehow I ended up on the show called What's My Line. It's from the 1960s.
Yeah, she did it when she was promoting.
Oh, she's done it.
Who's Afraid of Baby
multiple
Jane?
times. No,
whatever
even
happened to
before
Baby Jane
that.
or whatever.
And I'm just watching these videos, and I'm at my first job, and it was to the point that I didn't hear my own boss calling my name because I was so
Zoned
into
in.
these videos.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Horrible.
Notice she says she was at her first job and not this job. It didn't happen here.
Well,
even though
it's completely acceptable at this job because
It's
it's like show
research.
prep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I'm totally doing research. That's what I did.
What was that show you were telling me about? Idiot something?
Oh,
An
An
Idiot
Idiot
Abroad.
Abroad. I watched
Okay,
that before work
so
today.
I'm gonna look to see if it's on YouTube, and that's maybe kind of like
It
my
might
wind
be.
down
It is.
plans for tomorrow.
It's funny.
So I'm gonna get sucked into that.
It's a comedian Ricky Gervais from the Office, from the British version,
I am obsessed with him.
and Stephen Merchant, his friend, and Carl Pilkington, the guy with the bald round head, and
wanna
it's
look to
just
see if it's-
hilarious.
I want to look. To see.
Ricky Gervais sends Carl around the world with a camera crew.
And Carl is miserable. He's just a miserable person, and it's fantastic.
Yeah,
There-
Ricky loves
There's
making
a
Carl
whole
miserable.
bunch here. So yeah,
Carl hates anything that's different than his normal routine.
okay. Toilets in China, An Idiot Abroad.
Oh, that scene was great.
That's amazing.
Dwarf Village, An Idiot Abroad. Okay.
Not on that one yet.
A Night in a Cave, An Idiot Abroad.
That's a
Okay,
good
I'm
one.
going to completely get sucked into this.
Oh, you will. Wait
Okay.
until you watch the full
looks
episodes.
like-
You're going to die laughing.
He looks like Billy Corgan from Smashing
He
Pumpkins.
does
Actually,
kind of.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Carl looks a little very round head.
And he never smiles. He's never
Well,
smiling.
when you're Carl, you wouldn't smile either. If you were
I
Carl.
am so grateful for TV and the internet for just keeping me so entertained in life and helping me waste time. It's my favorite thing.
Wait.
Dude, whatever you do, do not get a smart TV,
No.
because I did that, and so instead of having to watch it on your phone or on your computer, it's now on
And you're
big
on the
screen.
comfort of your couch. It's even worse.
Yeah, you'll never leave the house.
God, the weirdest video I have seen was this conspiracy theory video that a friend was showing me, and it was shot a few miles away, not a few miles, like a few yards away from across the lake, and it was a group of people in the woods doing weird chanting and whatnot. Could have totally been fake, but my poor little conspiracy theorist mind is watching this, and I'm like, no, this isn't real. This isn't real. And he just goes, no, it's very real. And I'm watching it. I'm like, good God. And so after that, all I was watching were videos like this, and it almost seemed like that Nicolas Cage movie. What was that? He was in like this kind of Wiccan village. Do you know what I'm talking about? Was it the Burning Man, the Wicker Man?
Oh,
something
Wicker
like
Man.
that.
Wicker Man.
Oh, it
That
was
movie
almost
is
like that.
really good.
Yes, but you're gonna get sucked in if you watch YouTube videos that look very real.
I always land on these ones that are like 15 reasons Hollywood hates Beyonce, or 15 reasons so and so hate each other, and then there's 10 of those with the same titles, and
you have to keep digging because now you need to know more. Why do they hate each other? Oh, there's a video that contradicts
and
that
half
idea.
of the time they're not even telling me things I don't already know.
Right.
They just curated all that information into like one video, but I have to watch just in case.
The worst of them all is makeup tutorials.
Oh yeah, I just was just on the homepage when I signed in. Look at
I feel like they
my
do nothing
homepage.
different. They don't really do much that's different, but I watch it
Okay,
anyway
like-
to see if there's a new way to put makeup on my face.
How to use Tarte Shape Tape if you're not a YouTuber.
Like what?
If you're not a YouTuber.
Yeah.
How would
and
you be
then
looking
one
at
of
it?
my
It sucks you in.
and then one of my beauty bloggers is like, I'm finally ready to move on. Well, I don't really care what's happening in your life. Like, I don't care about your baby. I don't care about you decorating your home. Like, show me how to put this bronzer on. Like, should
All
I
the
buy
time.
this foundation?
And when these makeup tutorials first started, they were like 10 minutes long because it makes sense. It takes 10 minutes to put it on your face. Now they have like 10-minute intros.
Oh my gosh, I fast forward. Why are you
They say all these jokes.
editorializing?
Yeah,
Why
shut
are you
up and
talking?
put your makeup on.
I know.
You're not
That sounds
clever.
so mean.
You're not clever. Just put the makeup on.
I don't want to hear it.
That is the that is the pit, the fire pit of YouTube are the makeup tutorials. I agree.
God.
All right, well, maybe yeah. Like, let us know what rabbit hole YouTube has
Or
sucked
if you have any
into.
YouTube suggestions.
Yeah, if you've
pass
got
them
any
my
YouTube
way.
series or anything fun, like that
conspiracies.
goofy video Spring watches with this like
Hi, stranger.
animated stick figure talking.
If you're
almost
having a
like
bad
whispers.
day, watch that little weird
Yeah.
naked
Going
bald
to
thing.
literally-
Bald thing.
You ever get sucked down the rabbit hole?
I feel
on
like if I
YouTube?
watch it, if I watch that video again, Spring, it's gonna be like The Ring, and I'm gonna look at it. It's gonna suck me into the computer.
Hi,
Yeah.
stranger.
So, and just remember, when you think of YouTube and sucking, think of the Mike Show and SoJO 1049.
All right.
So you can suggest.
Time
Thanks.
to deliver cupcakes on that note.
Yeah, thanks for listening to this episode of Around the Mic. If you like it, hit the subscribe button. Give us a great rating. Tell your friends about it.
And even if you don't, just please lie. It's just a click. No one's going to know.
I know.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You can re-listen to them anytime on YouTube or at SoJo1049.com. I'm Heather DeLuca, Mike and Social Spring from The Mike Show, weekdays 5:30 to 10 on SoJo 1049. We'll catch you next week on Around the Mic.
Hey, wait, bye-bye. There they go. Look at them.
Bye-bye.